Hey, what's going on, man? It's your man T. I want to talk a little boxing with everybody. Um, want to talk about this Adrian Broner fight, and then two fights coming up that I'm really big on. I want to see the outcome of them. But first, let's discuss Adrian Broner. I'm disappointed, man. I'm real disappointed because I believe Adrian Broner got the tools to do a lot more than what he did. I think he just I think what's going on with Adrian Bruner is what I like to call boxing block, like writer's block. You know how when writers get writer's block, they just can't come up with stories. Nothing is clicking, they can't get nothing going. When boxers got boxing block, they stop letting their hands go and just get in the ring and become, stationary targets, what I mean, or mobile targets where, the other boxer is just having a field day. And that's what happened with Adrian Broner. I believe Adrian Broner messed up when he allowed Floyd Mayweather to put him under his wing. And when Adrian Broner couldn't fill Floyd Mayweather's shoes, I feel like that right there killed his drive, where he no longer cared about trying to be better than Floyd. He just was content with being, a good loser or a high price loser. And what really kills AB is you can't be arrogant when you lose. That's just point blank, period. I mean, you can have a big heart, You ain't got to be down on yourself, but at the end of the day, all the antics and the shit talking and all that, when you ain't throwing punches, it just looks bad on you. And you can't, you can't run around here complaining to all of these people who calling you out for your shit because your mouth wrote these checks, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not like everybody is against you and they want you to lose. Your mouth is writing checks that your ass can't cash, and people are calling you out on it, bro. That's all it is. That's really all it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you had it. Pacquiao 40 years old, man. You're 29 years old. You have no excuse whatsoever. But let me tell you boxers something, and let me tell you entertainers something, man. The party life, eventually, is going to catch up to you. You know what I'm saying? A guy like Pacquiao, he takes care of his body. This is the reason why he's 40 years old, and he goes in there and beats up on a 29-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like AB could have did a lot more. I don't think that his career is over with. I don't think his career is over with, but I don't think a lot of people are going to be willing to spend a lot of money anymore, especially not no $75, $80 to watch him box anymore. So now he has a decision he wants to make. Are you going to now be a stepping stone for up-and-coming fighters? Or are you going to try to make you some good investment somewhere down the line and just pull away from the game with as much self-respect as possible? Or you can go back to the fucking drawing board, start letting your hands go, and drop that whole defensive fighter bullshit. Floyd Mayweather was the king of it. He mastered it. Not too many people are going to be able to do it. Find your own style. Take bits and pieces from other people, but get your own style, man, and become aggressive. If you're not a dog, you ain't gonna win none of these fights, especially when you're going up against people from opposite races, because the racism is absolutely ridiculous. And at the end of the day, us black fighters, I'm sorry, we gotta stick together. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I feel like I gotta root for black fighters just because they black, because the other one is rooting for the Mexican because he's Mexican. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? Now, enough with AB. You got an up and coming fight in February with Gervonta Tank Davis. That's one of my favorite boxers. Gervonta is a dog, and I'm expecting him to go in and handle business as usual. I'm real proud of Gervonta because he matured a lot. You know what I'm saying? He understands who he is right now and what is in front of him if he stays on the right track, and he's staying on the right track. All he has to do now is come in, make weight, show everybody that he's about his business. You know what I'm saying? That right there, when you make weight, that's letting people know you're about your business. You know what I'm saying? So he come in, make weight, go ahead and KO Mars, and then move forward. You know what I'm saying? So I got nothing but good for Gervonta Davis right now. I'm really feeling how he moving, and I'm respecting the brother. Keep it up, Gervonta. Now, my third thing, Mikey Garcia, Earl Spence. It's crazy. That is, to me, the biggest fight of the year. Because I am so anxious to see what Mikey Garcia is talking about. Mikey Garcia and his camp, you know, Robert Garcia and all them over there, you know, they talk heavy. They talk heavy. But, hey, I respect them because they got a lot of wins over there. Their fighters have been backing up. You know what I'm saying? They've been backing up a lot of their smack talk. So you got to give it to them. They're doing something right over there. So I'm not taking nothing from them. But they're really cocky. They're really cocky. And they really are looking to capitalize off of flaws on literally black boxers, I'm thinking. You know, I don't want to be racist, and I'm not trying to be racist, but, you know, sometimes I kind of think, you know, a lot of people just be wanting to just go in there and try their best to be the black boxer. And, you know what I'm saying? And fans want to see that happen. So whatever. But we're not even going to go there. Forget that. We're going to keep it here. Okay. I like Mikey Garcia. I think Mikey Garcia is a great boxer. I think he's a great boxer. He's technically sound. He's everything you want to name. He got it all, right? And I love Earl Spence. Earl Spence is a dog. He comes right at you. He plays no games at all. That's what I like. A no-nonsense boxer, straightforward. He's coming to fight. You can do your antics. You can do your little BS. He don't care. He's trying to punch you in the face while you're doing it. I love it. How do I see this fight outcoming? I don't know. I'm sorry, but it's hard. But if I had to take an educated guess, I'm just going to say Earl Spence is going to go in there and beat the living crap out of him because he's just bigger and stronger. That would be the logical thing to say. But when you got to look at what the hell is going on in Mikey Garcia's mind, right? Is it about a purse? It's a big payday. So is it about the purse? Or do you really think that you can go in there and take down a Titan? I don't think that you can. I really don't. Like, I've watched a lot of Mikey Garcia fights, and I seen a lot of people, they don't let their hands go on Mikey Garcia. He hasn't really been in there with a fighter who really let their hands go and gave him what he's given other people. I think a lot of Mikey Garcia wins is just off of sheer intimidation. Just like a lot of Spence wins is off intimidation. Intimidation plays a big part in boxing. In fact, intimidation plays a big part in almost any competitive sport. I'm a heavy chess player, and intimidation plays a big part. Sometimes I don't even want to know a guy's record before I sit down and play him, because sometimes it can intimidate. In 2K, I don't even like to watch a person's record on 2K. When they record and everything come up, I look the other way. I don't want to see that. Because sometimes it can be intimidating. You look up, you playing a dude that got, 900 wins and 30 losses. That's not going to intimidate you? Hell yeah, it's going to intimidate you. So I feel like Mikey Garcia, because, a lot of people have been talking about his power and stuff like that, I think he intimidated a lot of the boxers that went in there, and they didn't really give up their best performance. I feel like Robert Easter had the best chance because he basically had the best style for Mikey Garcia, but Robert Easter didn't pull all his tools out of his toolbox. Very crafty, tall, lanky, had the reach. He didn't pull all the tools out, and he got caught. Why? Because he respected Mikey too much. And to me, respect comes from being intimidated. He respected Mikey Garcia way too much in that fight, and it even showed post-fight when he gave him so much respect after the fight. Adrian Broner, when he fought Mikey Garcia, he was scared, he was nervous. All he did was shell up and get beat the fuck up. Spence has actually been in there with people who fought back, who really, really gave him a fight, man. I haven't seen Mikey in too many wars. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. I can't judge it. Like I said, I'm going with Spence. I think Spence is going to put a hurting on Mikey, and I feel like Mikey's arrogance is going to be just enough to get him knocked out, personally. But on the flip side of the coin, if he goes in there and he wins, you have to put Mikey at the top of the list of pound for pound. Bottom line, because he went up 2 weight classes and fought the boogeyman in the division and beat him. You got to give him his props. He goes down in history, and you can't take it from him. You know what I'm saying? And me as a boxing fan and not just a black person rooting for black people, I give credit where credit is due. If Mikey Garcia goes in and handles his business, he should be at the top of pound for pound, bottom line. But this your man T, you know what I'm saying? AKA the Oracle, I know it all. I got more videos coming. Thanks for watching. Peace.